Grief, my friends, is a universal language. We lose loved ones, relationships crumble, dreams slip away, and we're left grappling with a wave of emotions that can feel overwhelming. The truth is, there's no right way to grieve. It's messy, unpredictable, and deeply personal. Today, we're going to walk through the 7 stages of grief, and I want you to remember something essential. These stages aren't linear. You might revisit some stages, feel others intensely, and some might barely register, and that's okay. Your grief is your own, and it's valid. We're going to explore practical ways to navigate each stage, honor our emotions, and ultimately, find a way to integrate our grief into our lives with courage and authenticity. Remember, it's okay to feel what you're feeling. Imagine this. You're going about your day, the world feels familiar, safe, and then suddenly you receive news, experience a loss, and the ground beneath you crumbles. That's shock. It's our body's way of armoring up, of shielding us from the full impact of the pain that's to come. Denial often walks hand in hand with shock. We might find ourselves thinking, "This can't be happening," or "It feels unreal." We might even go through the motions of our daily lives, pretending that everything is normal. But underneath, there's a hollowness, a disbelief that's hard to ignore. In this stage, it's crucial to be gentle with ourselves. Don't judge the numbness, the disbelief, or the urge to retreat from the world. This is a time for self-compassion. Allow yourself to be present with the shock, to acknowledge the surreal nature of what you're experiencing. Talk to someone you trust, someone who can hold space for your pain without judgment. Share your feelings even if they seem jumbled or make no sense. Remember, there's no need to rush through this stage. As the initial shock starts to recede, we often find ourselves engulfed by a wave of intense emotions. Pain, the kind that feels like it's searing through every fiber of our being. And guilt, a heavy cloak that whispers, "Could I have done more? Or did I say enough?" This is a time when tears flow freely, and that's okay. Crying is a natural response to pain, a release valve for the intense emotions we're carrying. Don't try to dam your tears. Let them flow. They're a testament to the depth of your love and the significance of your loss. Guilt often shows up in this stage, whispering insidious doubts and regrets. We may find ourselves replaying past conversations, agonizing over what we could have said or done differently. It's important to acknowledge these feelings of guilt, but also to challenge them with compassion. Remember, we can only act from the knowledge and understanding we have at any given moment. Beating ourselves up for past actions won't change the past, but it can keep us trapped in a cycle of pain. Anger, my friends, is often seen as a negative emotion, something to be suppressed or avoided. But in the context of grief, anger is a powerful force, a fiery surge of energy that rises up in response to the injustice of our loss. We might find ourselves railing against fate, questioning why this happened, directing our anger at the person we lost, at ourselves, at the world. And you know what? It's okay to be angry. It's okay to rage, to scream into the void, to let the fire within burn. Bargaining often accompanies anger. It's our way of trying to regain a sense of control in a situation that feels utterly chaotic and unfair. We might find ourselves making promises to a higher power, pleading for a chance to turn back time, to change what has happened. We might say things like, "If only I had done this," or "I promise I'll be a better person if..." These bargains, while often irrational, are a reflection of our deep desire to undo the pain, to rewrite the narrative of our loss. It's important to find healthy outlets for our anger. Physical activity can be incredibly cathartic. As the initial waves of shock, pain, and anger begin to subside, we often find ourselves entering a period of profound sadness and introspection. This is the stage of depression, reflection, and loneliness. And it's often the longest and most challenging stage of the grieving process. The world may seem dimmer during this time. Colors might appear less vibrant, sounds muffled, and our own reflection in the mirror might feel like that of a stranger. We might experience a lack of energy and motivation, a loss of interest in things that once brought us joy. It's important to remember that depression, in this context, is not a sign of weakness. It's a natural response to loss, a testament to the depth of our love and the significance of the bond we have lost. During this stage, it's crucial to allow ourselves to feel the sadness. Don't try to fight it or push it away. Embrace the quiet moments of reflection, the tears that flow unexpectedly. These are all part of the healing process. Loneliness can also be a profound experience during this time. As we navigate the depths of grief, there comes a time when we start to notice subtle shifts within ourselves. The darkness doesn't lift all at once, but rather, faint glimmers of hope start to peek through the cracks. This, my friends, is the upward turn, a sign that we're moving through our grief, slowly but surely. We might find ourselves experiencing moments of peace, fleeting at first, but gradually becoming more frequent. The world might seem a little brighter, the sounds a little clearer. We might even find ourselves laughing again, genuinely laughing, and feeling a flicker of joy. Don't be afraid of these moments of lightness. Embrace them. They're not a betrayal of your grief or a sign that you're forgetting your loved one. They're a sign that your heart is beginning to heal, that you're finding a way to carry your grief with a little more ease. As we emerge from the darkness of grief, we enter a phase of reconstruction and working through. This is a time for taking stock of our lives, reassessing our priorities, and making conscious choices about how we want to move forward. We might find ourselves grappling with practical matters, financial decisions, legal issues, or simply the day-to-day tasks that once seemed overwhelming. It's important to approach these tasks with patience and self-compassion. Don't be afraid to ask for help from friends, family members, or professionals. Break down large tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. Celebrate your accomplishments, no matter how small they may seem. This is also a time for exploring new possibilities. We might find ourselves drawn to new interests, new hobbies, or new relationships. Embrace these opportunities for growth and change. Remember, your loved one would want you to live a full and meaningful life. Acceptance, my friends, is often misunderstood in the context of grief. It doesn't mean forgetting our loved ones or pretending that the pain never existed. It means finding a way to integrate our grief into our lives, to carry it with us in a way that allows us to experience joy, love, and hope again. Acceptance is a gradual process. It's not a destination, but rather a journey of learning to live with the reality of our loss. We will have moments of sadness, of longing, of missing our loved ones fiercely. But we will also have moments of peace, of gratitude, of remembering with a smile instead of a tear. Hope, in the face of grief, can feel like a radical act. But it's precisely in these moments of darkness that we need hope the most. Hope reminds us that even though our lives have been irrevocably changed, there is still beauty to be found, love to be given, and joy to be experienced. Grief, my friends, is a journey that is uniquely our own. There's no right or wrong way to grieve, no timeline for healing, and no destination to reach. The most important thing is to be kind to ourselves, to honor our emotions, and to seek support when we need it. Remember, you are not alone. There are people who care about you, who understand what you're going through, and who are here to offer a listening ear, a shoulder to cry on, or simply a hand to hold. May you find peace in the midst of your pain, strength in your vulnerability, and hope in the knowledge that you are loved, you are worthy, and you are never, ever alone. Thank you for joining me today. If you liked this video, please consider hitting the like button and click subscribe for more videos like this. Take care of yourselves and each other.